Good morning, my loves. It's Natalia on this very bright and sunny morning. Look at that blue sky, sunshine. It's gorgeous. So happy, and I have a little box of tricks to show you because this contains the contents of all of the things that I'm going to be covering in my brand new workshops that are beginning on the 3rd of January. Just want to remind you all about those. Christiane is here watching, our first watcher, and Christiane, I just sent your boxes off to you, so you should be getting these very soon because Christiane's taking part in the courses. Carol Moran is also watching. Good morning to Marianne, good morning to Carmelina, good morning, oh it's good evening there, Christiane. So what I won't do is talk about this now because we want the angel messages first, don't we? But I just wanted to tease you with that. So if you want to stick around to the end, I'll be talking about my new workshops if you'd like to hear about them. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to take part in the workshops. I'm just going to put some nice little bits and pieces here this morning. Shall we have let's have a little bit of purple as well for us this morning. Now, I'm late. I have to apologise for being late, but I've got a very good reason, my loves, and the reason is this. My beautiful little cosmic kitty, Mittens, she didn't come home for 2 days, and I have been calling her and walking around trying to find her, and very upset about it I was. And then I was having my breakfast just before I was coming live with you, and all of a sudden I heard this tiny faint meow outside the back door, and I raced raced to open the door, and there she was. She just nonchalantly wandered in. So I wish I had a GoPro that I could put on her and I could see what on earth she's been up to, where she's been. Anyway, so we've been, excuse me for my lateness, we've been having cuddles and lots of tears, and she wasn't bothered at all. She's like, what's your problem? Why are you being so dramatic? But anyway, she's back home, and oh my goodness, thank you, because I would have been very sad doing this morning. I was very tearful and upset because you don't realise just how much you love and appreciate your pets and your furry babies, do you, until they're not around. So anyway, all's well that ends well. And I had, so I have to say, I had done the cards. I had asked my angels and my pendulum, is she coming home? And they said she was coming home this morning. So I went to bed last night feeling very hopeful. Monday morning she's coming back. Went outside, not a sight of her. And I was going to my angels who said she was coming back, but then I did find a white feather on the carpet as well, in the middle of the carpet. And I did hoover last night, so where did that white feather come from? I do not know, but thanking my angels very much. And as we should thank our angels, because they do help us a lot. Naughty Mittens, indeed, Sarah, you know all about this. You've got fur babies, and they are so naughty, they do make us worry, don't they? And I've been seeing quite a few of you have been posting things about your pets at Christmas, but also missing your pets who had gone over the Rainbow Bridge, and my heart goes out to you. I have had Mittens for 11 years, so I just don't know. I don't know how I cope. I can't even think about it. So thankfully she decided to come back. So Lena, oh my love, I'm so sorry you lost your cat and you're still crying. I know, because it's just so awful, because they're just such a huge part of our lives, aren't they? Especially during these tricky times, during these very tricky times. Now I need to mention something before I start putting the cards down. So we've got our messages for the week there. We've got 3 cards today because we're having a full moon on Thursday, full moon in Gemini. And I'm a sun sign Gemini. I've got Venus in Gemini and Mars in Gemini. I was thinking, oh my goodness, is this what's coming to fullness? Am I going to lose my cat? But thankfully she's come back. But what I have lost, and I have to be honest with you guys, because I know this is my personal life, and you know, people say, oh, it's nobody's business. But you know, you make things your business when you say things on Facebook, when you post things. So in April, I posted this picture of myself at the Trevi Fountain, and I got engaged to Mr. Loveday. And people have been mentioning it, and I kind of feel like I should say something because you're all so sweet and you mention him. We got unengaged, he moved out, and all I can say about it is it didn't work. And when you live with somebody, you get to find out whether you can actually be together or you should be together. And what I am thankful for is that there was no big drama about it, that we are amicable. I took his post around the other day and had a nice chat with him, and we're friends, and that's what's good. It is heartbreaking. I have gone through my own share of tears, mostly because you want things to work out the way that you think that you want them to, if that makes sense, in my very clumsy way. So I wanted it to work, it didn't work, and what else can I say? So anyway, thank you to all of you who kind of noticed that something was up and sent me lots of love. But thank you anyway to all of you for all of your love and good wishes at the time that I got engaged. I'm enjoying being by myself and the healing that goes with that. So I'm just taking my time, okay? So lots of love to all of you who've gone through heartbreak this year. Let's get this year out of the way and let's get into 2020 and experience this brand new decade. So that's all I wanted to say to you this morning. I feel like experiences like this give me even more range and depth of emotion to pull from, and in terms of empathy for you guys and all the things you're going through, because I've been through death, divorce, engagement, separation, my daughter leaving home, you name it, I've been through it, okay? So I can empathise with you all on that. So yes, I know, Vicky, I hadn't spoken about him because I'm not one for airing things in public. I like to tell you the nice stuff, and it's not because I'm trying to pretend that my life's perfect, but I just don't want to dwell on bad stuff. But I also won't pretend that everything's great when it's not. So enough time has passed. We broke up 2 months ago. Enough time has passed for me to feel like I can talk about it without crying. I'm getting upset. I'm very philosophical about it now. So my loves, let's get on to you. Enough about me. I'm drawing some cards for our little interactive. Colleen, I'm with you. You can't wait for 2020. But you know what? There's still some very beautiful parts of 2019 left for us to absorb. All of the lessons that it's bringing. And I know, right, Claire? I'm in for an amazing 2020. And to be perfectly honest, 2019 has been amazing, even though my dad died. I got engaged and unengaged. I'm not laughing at my dad dying. I'm trying to be upbeat about things because that's taught me a lot. And all of these things teach us things, don't they? So welcome it all in. Try not to reject or disrespect any of it, because it's all bringing you lots of really great treasure. So let's have a look and see what is coming up for us this week, because we have got this full moon, the last full moon of the year, in the sign of Gemini. Now Gemini is a sign of the twins. It's ruled by Mercury, so it's about communication, it's about honesty, and it's about connecting with those parts of yourself that we tend to detach ourselves from, because the air signs, particularly Gemini, can be very cool and want to be very much in the mind. So it's about when the emotions come up for the full moon, as they will, you might want to just analyze everything, but you've got to go deep into your emotions, and that's the test, okay? Good morning, Beth Wilcox. I haven't said good morning to everybody. I'm really sorry about that, but I'm just going to say a big blanket good morning to everybody who's watching live, replay, YouTube. I love you all. Lots of love. Big love and hearts to you all. So this is the first part of the week. I would say this represents up until about Wednesday. And the message is that we may be feeling stuck. We may be feeling as though we want to reject the emotions that are coming and we want to stay in our heads. And just like I said, because it's a Gemini full moon, if your tendency is to process things, to analyze things, to bury things, the full moon is making you weed them out. It's making you plunge that hand down into the U-bend of the toilet that contains all the stinky stuff and pull it out. And you may be feeling, as this card says, lacking in confidence, maybe afraid to take action. Maybe you're feeling as though I'm sitting here on the cusp of the end of 1 year and the beginning of a new year, feeling like I want all of the good stuff that the new year contains, but I don't want to still hang around and deal with some of the things that I'm not happy about. And my loves, unfortunately, you've got to do it. And your power lies in your ability to think about it and to allow it in, whatever it is. So do that. You cannot get away from it. It's going to follow you. So don't let it follow you into 2020, okay? Christiane, if you're feeling like this, don't let it follow you into the new year, into the new decade. Just go into those dark places. I've been to many dark places in my thoughts and my aloneness over the last couple of months. And I can honestly tell you it's the most cathartic experience, that allowing yourself to be alone with those thoughts, those deep, dark, nasty stuff, allowing yourself to cry, allowing yourself to just be, you know. You will shift and change. Some days you'll feel good, some days you'll feel rotten. And then there'll always be a day like this where the sky's blue, the sun comes out and you feel, and the pussycat walks in through the door like nothing happened. And you'll just go, okay, life is good. We take our power from that, my loves. All right, so our next card represents the full moon itself. So this will be happening on the 12th of December. So hopefully most of us will be experiencing the full moon on the 12th. If not, you could have a look on Google and see when the exact time of the full moon is wherever you are in the world. So I am stronger than I realise, and so are you, Colleen. So this, oh, look at this. Oh my goodness. So let me tell you, when the moon is full, no part of it is in darkness. The whole of the moon is illuminated, full, ripe. It's showing up those dark places. It's showing up things that are hidden. It's bringing things to our consciousness. And what it's bringing for you is a new message of hope about everything that you can pull down to earth, that you can claim, that you can hold in your hands. Because earth energy is about realizing things into the material world. So this could be the culmination of everything that you've been working towards in 2019. Right there, contained within that blessed full moon on the 12th. She is golden. She represents abundance. She represents the harvest coming in, the contract that you've been waiting for, that lump sum of money that you've wanted to get your hands around, that new income stream, the new job, the whatever it is that you've imagined could come to become a reality, and you could be holding that magnificent, look at her, she's concentrating on that. So the thing that you wanted can come to being. And this is what it says. Your business ventures could improve. You could get the document that you wanted, that you're signing, or a contract appears before you. There's some kind of, something comes down to earth, something new, and it's bringing with it some really great blessings, and it's bringing this beautiful golden energy with it. So I have really good vibes about this full moon. It is helping you to release the stuckness, the powerlessness, the sense of wanting to run away but knowing you can't get away. It's like Hotel California. You can check in any time you like, but you can never leave, because the things that are in your head, you can't go to another country and leave those behind, because they'll always be there, those ghosts, those monsters, whatever it is you're afraid of. So face up to them, because that is going to bring you many blessings there. And then the end of the week, so you know, this represents the back end, Friday and the weekend, is the awakening with Archangel Gabrielle. Archangel Gabrielle, you know, she's here for the 12th month. This is her. She's represented here as this little angel. Now this is a tea light holder, but I put crystals in it because I've got a lot of tea light holders, a lot of candles, but I love her because she's got the golden wings. These are actually proper metal. And then this serenity, and she's just saying, you know, the Archangel Gabrielle is all about bounty. This is why I put crystals in mine, because she represents all of the things that we want to gather together. And the 12th month represents the fullness, the filling up, the goldenness. But she's asking you, like she's coming with her trumpet to announce something, but she's also asking you to break free from anything that's held you back this year. The final pieces of the jigsaw puzzle are coming together. It's almost like being given the scissors to snip yourself and to untie yourself from whatever has held you stuck and stagnant. But whilst you've been hanging upside down, you get to see things differently. This apparently was how the runes were created, the runic alphabet, because this man was held upside down in a tree, and he saw these little symbols in the tree bark while he was dangling around upside down. So there's something about when your life is turned upside down, how it brings you so many blessings that you just don't realize. Now, I heard a wonderful story. I was going to post it on my page, and it was about Frank Capra, who is the director of It's a Wonderful Life. So if you love the film It's a Wonderful Life, it's one of the most loved Christmas movies of all time, but it was created not as a Christmas movie, it just happened to have Christmas in it. And Frank Capra put his neck on the line with this. He put all of his money into it, and it actually sank the studio. The studio created it went bust because people didn't like the film. It was a disaster. And then eventually, after 28 years, the film rights became copyright free. So it literally got picked up by all the TV networks in 1974. And they picked it up for a song, so they didn't have to pay anything for it, because all the copyright had at the time, the copyright laws were different, so they were able to just get this film, and they started showing it on all the TV networks all year round. So it wasn't a Christmas movie, it was a Saturday afternoon, a Sunday afternoon, do your ironing to movie, and people fell in love with it. And the movie became the success that it is now. And I think it was 1984, so 10 years after that the film got released widely on TV, and people just went bonkers for this film. And everybody's got this memory of seeing it for the first time, like, oh, how wonderful it was. And Frank Capra actually got honoured and acknowledged by the Film Academy and got this Lifetime Achievement Award. So what was a disaster turned into almost the making of that film, because it became so well loved and seen because of all of the problems that it had, and it got its recognition, it had its day. And this is you. This is you. You will have your day through any of the disasters that you've encountered. This is going to bring you those blessings. So think about It's a Wonderful Life and how that movie was not a success by any means, and it took 30 years before it actually became something that we all love so much. And it carries these wonderful messages of failure, abandonment, giving up hope, but then just at that moment, you know, being able to break through, which is so wonderful. And thank you, Carmelina. I'm loving today's messages as well. They're very, very strong, aren't they? Which is as they should be. And that's that awakening that comes with that breakthrough, where you realize in that moment, that spiritual awakening, where all of these trials that I've been through have all been for my highest good, and I'm blessing them, blessing every single one of them. Woo! So, on that note, good morning, Julie Hans. You've just come at the right time, because we're about to do the interactive messages. So I've got 2 different cards for you this morning. We've got the Heart and Soul deck, these heart-shaped cards. So I'm feeling like we all need some love this morning, and so the Heart and Soul cards are going to deliver that for us. And then we're also going to get a message from these beautiful cards, the Life Purpose Oracle cards, which I use quite a lot in my in all my readings, in my love reading, because I like to find out, what does the object of your affections do for a living? What is their purpose in life? So you can spot them when they land on your pathway. So if you've chosen number 1, look at this. This looks like a beautiful sunset. And with the sun setting, we have all of these gorgeous hearts that are floating down into the water like confetti, and then that beautiful sun is reflected on the waves. But it feels very peaceful and tranquil, doesn't it? It feels like we're at peace with whatever is setting in our lives, because the dawn's going to break again. and it's going to bring all of this beautiful new stuff with it, but we will honor everything that's happened. So there's a wordy message on the back of this card, and it says, a beautiful inspired idea floats through pathways of light, waiting for the right moment to enter your mind and heart. This wonderful idea that stems from your soul will grow and blossom if you nurture it. Keep it safe and within your inner world until it's ready to manifest in your outer world. A period of great fulfillment and accomplishment follows. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous card for you. Gorgeous people who chose that this morning. So where can you get these cards, Julie asks? These are by Tony Carmine Salerno, the Heart and Soul Oracle, and they are on Amazon. Very easy to get hold of. If you chose number 2, there's a lot of love hearts on these cards this morning. I'm feeling like we need the love, and it's interesting because this represents the Gemini energy of the full moon, the twin flame energy, and then these trees, they have a kind of male-female look about them. So that's the divine masculine and divine feminine energy, which resides within all of us, no matter whether we are male or female. And I'm not talking about, what people identify themselves as. I'm talking on a spiritual, on a soul level. We are male and female, divine masculine, divine feminine. We may present ourselves in the world in certain ways in this incarnation, but we are absolutely made up of divine feminine and divine masculine energy. And that is the coming together of the twinning of those energies here. So this says, every relationship goes through changes, but this does not mean that the love has gone. Let this be a time of reflection. Some adjustments may be needed. Perhaps a new purpose needs to be discovered. It may feel cold and lonely, but beneath the surface, the earth is warming to the promise of spring. In the meantime, express how you feel, gently, lovingly, and honestly. Let yourselves be vulnerable and hold each other tight. Now, I feel like this message has, it's got two things within it. So this could speak of a relationship if you're in a romantic partnership, but it could also speak of that relationship with you, because the Gemini full moon is very much about the twins, the two parts of your soul that reside within you. And there'll be one that's prominent, and one that's bossy and out there and takes over, and then there's the other part of yourself that's longing to be expressed, that's longing to be discovered within you. And I feel that is waiting to come up through the warm earth and to be birthed as we go into this full moon, and allowing you to be more of that, allowing you to get that balance as we go into 2020. So then if you chose number 3, we have the poppy field, and again another confetti of hearts. Now you might be thinking, oh, all of these cards have hearts on them. They really don't. They honestly don't. But this morning we seem to be having this message of love coming through, which is really beautiful. So this is like the loving rain that blesses these flowers and makes them blossom and look as beautiful as possible. And the red of those is very much about the root chakra, those roots that we put down into the earth, the tribe that we surround ourselves with, the things that we need to make our life better, sweeter, the resources that we need. And this is the rain that's coming to be able to nurture and instill that within you, make it, become richer within you. Sometimes the true purpose of things is hidden from view. Something doesn't quite make sense at the moment, but it soon will. All is about to change. A blessing is on its way, and many more will follow. Soon you will feel as though it's raining rose petals from heaven. Oh, beautiful messages today, aren't they? I think we all need a beautiful message, don't we? It's very important for all of us, for our souls. So stick with me, because we've got more messages, and I've got my box which I want to show you the contents of. So if you'd like to see that, don't go away. So if you chose number 1, this message comes from the Life Purpose Oracle cards. So the important message for your purpose this week with this full moon is that you are protected, and you're protected by this angel who looks like a nightclub bouncer, who looks like security. He looks like he's going to make sure that you're taken care of. You are safe and supported while you change your career. Now you may be feeling like you want to change your career, or you may wish to make changes within your career to maybe step up more, step down more, step back, step away. Sarah, you saying you're taking some time off, but you're protected during that time as you wish to make those changes accordingly, because everybody needs to make changes, even if you want to stay put where you are. It's always good to reflect over this festive season, if you get some time off, to think about what changes would I like to make, where would I like to play a bigger role in my life purpose, what would I like to unfold when it comes to my job, my career, my purpose. Even if you're retired, you have a purpose. My mom has an amazing garden, she sews. She's always thinking of ideas, of things that she can do, even though she's in her 70s. And so everybody has a purpose. Everybody's got something that they love doing, that they're passionate about. So what is it that you want to make changes around? You're protected as you do this. And protection also means protecting you from yourself, where you tell yourself you're not enough and you can't do it. This angel's going, hell no. You gotta do it. So this is your message if you chose number 2. Children. Okay, so this is the Pied Piper, but he's the Pied Piper angel, and he's attracting all of these animals, and these children are following him because he's so enticing, he's so magnetic. He's got this lovely vibe and everybody wants to be around him. And it's saying your life purpose involves helping, teaching and healing children. So this could be that you're going to be spending time with young people, not just children, or people who want to learn more, people who want to grow and they want to access their inner child. They want to open up to their curiosity, their insatiable need to learn. And you've got a tune that people want to hear and they're going to follow you. So I feel like this is a message for you if you work with children. It's wonderful. Keep on doing that. Keep on thinking about those little minds like sponges. Think about the inner child of the adults that you might teach, or you might be helping, or you might be healing, because they need that reassurance too. They need somebody to follow right now, and you're the one who is banging that drum, singing that tune that they need to hear, because we all have inspiration from others. I follow lots of other people who are very inspiring to me, and there are times when I just need that lifting up and I need to hear that message. And you're going to be that inspiration to somebody, and that's your purpose. It's a very important one, my loves, because you never know how much of a difference that thing that you post on social media, that thing that you say to somebody in conversation, or if you are teaching anything at all, passing wisdom on, the important role that you're playing in somebody's life. You never know the impact you're making there. And then if you chose number 3, don't go away, because I will be showing you something else. This is all about writing things down. You heal, inspire, teach and entertain with the words you write, so make them good ones. Put that pen to paper, because it's going to be an angel guiding your hand. So while you're writing, imagine that angel over your shoulder helping you, helping those words to be channeled, to flow through you. And I always feel like whenever I'm writing anything really important, as though I'm being guided by a higher power, by a higher light. It always feels like that. And sometimes when I read back things that I've written, I think, gosh, I don't even remember writing that. Sometimes when I'm writing the card of the day text, I feel like there's something, just the words just get channeled, and it's just such a lovely feeling when that happens. It doesn't happen every day. Sometimes I'm scratching my head thinking, what I'm going to say about this card, and then other days it's just I could write and write and write. And so if you do write, you're being encouraged to put that pen to paper, put those fingers to the keyboard or to the iPad or your phone if you like to write on a phone. But create something that is, even if it's just for you, even if you're journaling, that's so important, journaling. I mean, we're in this Gemini full moon, so Gemini is all the scribe of the universe, the Mercury ruled energy. So I'm just going to move these out of the way, and then I have something to show you. Now I have some workshops that I'm launching in the new year. They are going online on the 3rd of January. And the first workshop is all about how to develop your powerful intuition and psychic skills, which everybody's got. Oh my goodness, Lena, you'll finish your first book. That is amazing. So you don't have to buy the accessories that go with the courses. You could just do the workshops, and you might have some of these things already at home, so you could, you know, use your own resources. But you can order some accessories that go with the workshops. Now I'm going to post a link to my online shop so you can see these. And you can see the accessory boxes, and you can see the workshops. So you can order the workshops on their own, you can order the accessory box on its own, or you can order both together. There's everything. It's always got my pink tissue paper. So this is the Psychic Development Skills Workshop, and these are the things that you get with that. So first of all, you will get a pouch with a butterfly. Isn't that gorgeous? So they're all different coloured butterflies, so you'll get whichever colour butterfly I decide to put in your box. And inside this pouch we were talking about writing. You get 25 of these blank cards for you to write your own little guided messages. So you will be guided through a process of how to write some little messages that you can use as guidance for yourself. Whatever you want to put on those cards, you can do. The pouch is amazing. It's such good quality. It's velvet, really thick, and I hand sewed all these butterflies on these pouches. Me and Mittens, we sat in the kitchen with the music playing, and she basically helped by sleeping, and I sat sewing them on. So that's the first thing you get. You will also get, I'm dying to know which butterfly colour I sent to you, Christiane. I have no idea. You get in here, you get 3 cosmic dice. Woo! Now there will be different colours. I can't guarantee yours will be yellow. There are some blue ones and green ones. They'll all be the same colour though. Now one die, so they've all got 12 faces, and each one has a sign of the zodiac on it. So I'm going to take you through different exercises in the workshop, in the videos, of how to use the zodiac sign dice. You can use it for divining as to, you know, if you want to ask about when is a good season for me to start this or to do this, when is this going to happen, you can see when the season is. I'll also be showing you what the glyphs mean. And you can use it for love reading. What's the star sign of my beloved that's coming into my life? I use this in my love readings as a backup, as a way of, you know, just seeing. This one has all of the planets and the luminaries on it, so it's very important for showing you how certain times would be very powerful for you, or what energy you're bringing into something. So I used this when I was talking to my friend the other day. She's starting a business where she's learning how to do she's going on a course, should I say, doing professional qualifications for dog obedience training. And she may take it into a business later, but for now it's a passion, it's a love. And I was asking what energy is she going to bring to that, and she had Mars energy. So it's all about being very, you know, because it's about discipline, it's about being masculine, you know, like telling the dog, showing the dog who's boss, who's pack leader, and getting on with it. You know, Mars energy is very much about really acting in the moment, being very decisive, fast moving, getting on with all of the work and all of that kind of stuff. So that's going to be a really interesting dice for you to use during, you know, doing your own divination, helping other people. These have been wonderful additions to my own readings. I have to say I love them. I wouldn't be without them now. And then this is a timing dice. So this again represents the 12 months. And these are really incredibly well made. You know, they're properly etched, and the ink on them is brilliant. It doesn't wear off. So this one you could say, you know, when is a certain event going to happen? You can ask about money with this, you know, a lump sum of money, how much I'm going to get. There's all kinds of ways that you can use this. I'm going to show you how. We also have in here a pendulum. And the pendulum is, again, everything that I put into my boxes and my crystals that I sell, I hand pick them. So every single one is hand chosen. And this is a rainbow moonstone pendulum. You can, don't know if you can see the beautiful luminescence of that. It's like it looks like the moon, the shimmery glow of the moon, and it has these little, you know, inclusions in it, the rainbow moonstone. And then again, it has a little rainbow moonstone bead on there, and a really strong chain, which is so important. I have a pendulum up there, which I really like, this pendulum, but the chain is very, very thin. The pendulum itself isn't very weighty. It's not very good quality. I still like it. It was one of the first pendulums I bought. So I'm going to show you how to use a pendulum in different ways. And we're going to be using that in the psychic development. I did actually ask my pendulum if Mittens was coming back, and it told me Monday. So it was very accurate. So that's those things. We've got more. We have even more. We have a ribbon bundle. So this is ribbon reading. If you've never come across ribbon reading, this is the beginning of it. You can collect more of your own ribbons, but for now you'll be getting ribbons that contain all of the colours of the chakras, and they also contain colours of highest vibrational energy, low vibrational energy, or groundedness and higher self. So I'll be showing you how to use those. I did this with my friend the other day. I was showing her all the stuff in the box because she's very curious, and we did a reading. It was really accurate. And then we have something that I'm really excited to share with you all. I will be doing this as a separate product. And these are, you get a bag of charms. You've got all these different charms. They're really pretty. And you also get, this is something that I have designed, and this is based on an ancient traditional kind of a gypsy thing. It's called charm casting, and this is a charm casting sheet of mine. It's a really thick 300 GSM card with like a lovely kind of silk lamination. And this represents all of the different aspects of our lives, and anything outside of here represents our highest self or our ancestors and people who are in spirit. And so you cast the charms, and I'm going to show you how to do charm casting for divination and to get beautiful messages. And what are the areas that are really important for you in your life? Look, there's a little Taurus there, a little bull. Those charms are so sweet. They are incredible. So that's what you get in the box of goodies for the Psychic Development course. Good morning, Veronica. And then what you get for the second course is how to create your own oracle cards. So these are the oracles that these are the oracle cards that I created. I'm going to show you the paint techniques, the drawing techniques to create your own deck. So you're not going to copy mine, you're going to create yours. It's going to be better than mine. I'm going to take you through all of these steps. So not just it's not like an art class, although it is. It's like a cosmic art class. And lots of prompts of how to come up with the ideas, how to select the colours, how to create your own oracle deck that gives you some really powerful messages. And you will be able to use these for yourself. If you want to use them for others, you can do. You don't have to be an artist to do this class. So what you get is another pouch. Now this is bigger because the cards that I've created are bigger. I like them to be physically bigger because they're like mini artworks. And again, this has a beautiful embroidered butterfly on it, because this is the transformation of you into your own oracle card maker. So you get this lovely velvet pouch, and it contains a set of 30 of these cards. So I've given you 5 extra ones, so you can create your own deck of 25. You've got 5 practice cards, or if you want to make 30 perfect cards, then you can do. But if you're practicing and you make a mistake or whatever, you can have those as extras. And all of them have the rounded corners on them, and you get to create the back of your cards as well. You're going to design your own oracle deck basically, and it's going to be amazing. These cards, like, I created them and I use them all the time, and they, once I kind of had done them and they were complete, it's almost like I didn't make them. It's almost like they came from somewhere else. So Liza's asking, so if you wanted to order the workshops on their own, so the individual workshops are £29, and the 2 workshops together are £44. If you want the whole box, it is something like £92, £95, something like that for the box and the workshops. You get all of this and the 2 workshops, which are 12-day workshops. So you've got 24 days of workshop content and all of this stuff that's going to last you forever. And then what else you get, now with these cards, I used acrylic paint, okay? So acrylic paint you can get anywhere, and what I didn't want to do was to charge you more for acrylic paint because I can't get it and you know, inexpensively, and I would end up giving you cheap paint, and I don't want to do that. So you could either buy your own acrylic paints online, or you can just go shopping, because acrylic paints you can get anywhere. You can get them in kids shops, you can get them in the supermarket. So buy your own colours. They aren't expensive, but I didn't want to make you rein you in with your colours. So you buy your own acrylic paint, so you may already have some. But what I am giving you is in here this acrylic roller, and this is called a brayer, and this will help you create all of these fantastic techniques that look really ethereal and really beautiful. So you get the acrylic roller, this brayer roller, and you get, sorry about all the tissue paper, I'm a little bit tissue paper mad. So you get these amazing pens. Now these pens are life-changing. I love them. So I had to send you the pens because I thought I don't want you going out trying to find them. It's so important that you have the right pen. So this is a beautiful silver pen, and then we have the gold pen, and this is, you can create this, so you can see the gold on there. That's what I've done with that, and the silver around him, around the face. So the gold and silver pens are beautiful. The way they flow, they're amazing. And then we have Posca pens. These are paint pens, and the beautiful techniques that you can create with Posca. I created these stars with the white Posca, and then the pink is the pink one. So these are the colours that I absolutely love. I'm trying to find, you know, I did that with the white and the pink Poscas. Excuse me. The white Posca was outlining that card, and this one with the gold and the white. So these are the three pens that I use most in all of my designs. So those are the three colours that I've done for you, and they are very expensive pens. They're beautiful pens. They'll last you a long time. And the cards, you know, it's hard to get cards that are blank, that have the rounded corners, that are exactly the right size, and these are one of a kind. You can't get them. Trust me, I had to search long and hard for the size of the pouch, the quality of the pouch, and these beautiful butterflies I ordered in specially and sewed them all on by hand. So you're getting all of my love, all of these ideas that have gone into this box, and the workshops and everything else. And I'm going to post a link again to the workshops here, so if you want to find out more about these, if you want to order the boxes, the workshops on their own, if you want to do the workshops first and see, and then order the materials later, or order your own materials, use your own stuff, it's entirely up to you. But I hope you've enjoyed watching today anyway. It's nice just looking inside a box at some goodies, isn't it? So my loves, I wish you a wonderful full moon, a fantastic week. I'll catch up with you again really soon. Don't forget to come and check back on Wednesday and do your interactive reading with your angel messages coming up then, just before the full moon. And thank you so much for your love and support. I do appreciate you so much. Bye bye.